Hey, who's got some real deal karma that they've been dealing with? I've been dealing with it for like years now. Trippy, you know what I'm saying? Years. So, as always on Choff FM, we're going to get into our entertainment news. Working on our karma. And then we got Mercedes and Derek coming in tonight. I see we got the stream like flooding with new people right now. Everyone hit that star up top. Join the family. We do this every Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Work. P Money, I see you. Everyone put a smiley face in the chat right now. If you're happy to be alive, smiley faces in the chat. Let's get some smileys up in there. Festy, I see you. DJ Tony, what up? Nuno, hey, Bailey, I see you, girl. Smileys in the chat. I see you lurking. Yes, you. Give me a smiley face right now. Get that energy going on Choff FM. Ashley, what up? Gem, hi. Bailey, we're going to make it better, I promise. Yo. Hold up. I want to turn it up for the one time before we get going. We got a huge show. Special guests, Mercedes and Derek. I'm so pumped. Let's go. Every Monday, it's Choff FM. I'm always in the top shit, top. I'm always in the top shit, top shit, top. I'm always in the top. Who's had the daily dose of karma today? Anybody? Anybody at all? Top five. Jameson, I see you. Thank you, bro. J-Mo. Everybody show Jameson some love. Check out Gratitude, 10 p.m. Eastern time, right after this show. Jameson always makes me feel wholesome after we get all dirty on Choff FM. Appreciate you, Jameson. Money, what up? Squad. Let's go. Shout out to everyone lurking, too, that didn't put a smiley face in the chat. Listen, I still love you. It's okay. Andy, hi. So much news to get to today, too. It's kind of going to be a juicy day. Alice, hi, baby. Vibe. Thank you. Yo, does that say Kathy? What up, girl? I see you. Thank you. Oh, yeah. We're about to get this party started. Doom cha cha. Doom cha cha. Oh, my gosh. All right, we got to get into it. If you're new here, hi, welcome. You came to the right place, my sweet angel. You sure did. This is Choff FM, a show that we do here every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time. It is Meet Me's live radio show, so we talk about all the things that need to be talked about. We run you through what's happening in the world from our perspective, and we always have amazing guests on the show, like this week, Mercedes and Derek. Mercedes, you know, she's got that show Sippin' Celebrity on this app, which is absolutely fantastic. Her energy is on another level. You might have seen her in the Meet Me Awards on Friday. She's just a rock star human, and I'm super, super excited that she's going to be joining us today. We also got my guy Derek popping in, who is an OG on the app, and he's one of those types of people. It's like once you meet Derek once, you're instantly cool with him, unless you're not cool with him, right? Like I popped in his stream one time, and I swear we've been friends ever since, virtually at least. So shout out to Derek. He's in here right now. What up, Derek? I'm super, super excited to have them both in. Stick around for it. We're going to get some entertainment news out of the way first, because let's be honest, it's been a spicy, spicy week in the world in general. Oh, and also we got an in-studio guest tonight, which I'm really excited about too. My guy, Ricky, he'll pop in just a second. I think he's in the chat right now. Ricky, say hi so they can all favorite you in the chat. Thank you, Vamp Baby. So I want to run through this entertainment news. It's kind of crazy. I'd never thought today that I would see Earth, Wind, and Fire trending for what they happen to be trending for. Did anyone else see this? Put a 1 in the chat if you saw this. Put a 1 in the chat if you saw why Earth, Wind, and Fire was trending today. Did anyone see it? Ones. Nope. No one saw it? Okay, well, here's what it is. Oh, Earth, Wind, and Fire under fire right now because they did a versus battle the other day with the Isley Brothers where they included some songs that were by R. Kelly and featuring R. Kelly, who is currently, as we know, in prison awaiting 4 trials, federal trials, and state trials for sex crimes, which, we've all seen the documentary. It was tough to watch, and it was tough to hear about, someone who we grew up listening to, the club smashes, thoing, thoing. We can't enjoy that song anymore. It's like out of the question. And they're getting some serious backlash for performing some of those songs in their versus battle over the weekend. Earth, Wind, and Fire and the Isley Brothers both under fire for that. It's going to be an easy one, I think, for them to overcome because, let's be honest, it's just a versus battle. It's not like they're going around doing this on tour. In fact, I don't even know if either of them have had a show in the past decade. Ricky's our expert in studio today. Have they had a show in the last decade? I really don't think so. He's scratching his chin. He says possibly. Okay, possibly isn't a yes. Possibly is a possibly so. Miles says yes. I'm going to trust Miles on this one. But nevertheless, they're a bit under fire for that today. And I got to say, for the versus battles, that's a heavy versus battle. Earth, Wind, and Fire versus the Isley Brothers. That's good. That's big for the brand. You know what I'm saying? That's good for them. Ricky says he's not sure. He's not sure about it, but I'm thinking it's a good one. He says, I'll pass. All right. I thought that was a good one. Big news for New York. Any New Yorkers in here? It's fine if you're upstate. We won't judge you. We got any New Yorkers in here? Anybody at all? Is Kim in here? I know Kim's from New York. Anybody? We have no New Yorkers for real? No New Yorkers. All right. Well, guess what? New York, you are killing the game because weed is now legal in New York. Not only is it legal in New York, it's legal on a whole nother level because most places, like California, Michigan, Washington, other states that marijuana has been legalized. Oh, Hoops is in New York. Hell yeah. Shout out to Hoops. Legal weed in your state. Most places, though, where it is legal right now, the rule is private property. So you can consume it as long as you're on private property. Well, the cool thing that New York has introduced is they say you can use it anywhere you can use tobacco. So that means the streets. That means like casinos, I think. That means basically anywhere that people can smoke cigarettes, you can now enjoy cannabis. So for all the New Yorkers, enjoy that if it is your cup of tea or a blunt of kush, as the saying goes. That's an exciting move. I think for in general, just as a nation, I think there's been so much backlash over the years. And I know so many people that have had their lives ruined over, imprisonment for substances like that. Not even just personally, but, in the media and in the music world as well. So, seeing these states like New York slowly start to release those restrictions and start to really make it a more socially acceptable thing is huge. And it's something that I'm really excited about seeing for our society. Hoops wants to use it before Denny's. Listen, I feel you, bro. I feel you. Some sad news for the hip hop community over the weekend. Have you heard about it? This guy. More? Pachanga, I see you. Hold up. We got to get down on this one time.
Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here.
Y'all gonna make me go all out. Meet me, fam. Put those hands up.
Y'all gonna make me act a fool.
Killy, I see you. What up, Mercedes?
Y'all gonna make
Beth,
me lose my
Sean.
up in here, up in here.
sad news over the weekend. We all saw it online. Maybe it was on Twitter. Maybe it was here on the app. DMX had a drug overdose over the weekend, allegedly, that has left him in a vegetative state, according to reports. This is something that is, it's not the first time we've seen this in the entertainment community. But when it's someone that's near and dear to our hearts, like DMX, it's really tough to see. I think this year has been so hard on everyone, especially on people in the entertainment world. I mean, you got to think of someone like DMX. I mean, this guy's been, touring and doing shows and on the road for decades now. And, when you take that away from a person, it does a lot, I think, for the psyche. And obviously, I'm not trying to make excuses here. I'm not even trying to hypothesize why this may have happened. I'm just kind of throwing out a little bit of a, background here is these times hit people in the entertainment industry so much harder than they do anyone else. And, I think it's just a really, really sad time. And I think this is, might potentially be a product of that. So, obviously wishing the best for DMX, his family, and, all of his fans that, we're really looking forward to maybe seeing him when he gets back on the road this year. It's tough, I mean, we hate losing people that we love no matter what. But when it's in a time like this and, when it's someone so close to our hearts, it makes it a really tough pill to swallow. So gotta send love to all his family there and all of his supporters and fans who are really looking forward to see him after this. It's sad, but guess what? We will prevail, and hopefully he's able to make some kind of a recovery. There were no real exact details as to how permanent this is, but it is reported that at this time he is currently in a vegetative state. For anyone just tuning in, hi, we're on Choff FM, Meet Me's live radio show, zooming through our entertainment news before we get into Karma Talk with Mercedes, Derek, and my special in-studio guest over here, who I'm so excited drove all the way here to join me. He's chilling. But this is a really exciting piece of news right here. We got to end it on a high note. We're not going to end on a low note. No, you know how we do on Choff FM. The Weeknd! This guy. Not only did he stand up against the Grammys this year, this guy also performed at the Super Bowl. This guy also donated over $1 million to Ethiopian relief efforts. Shout out to The Weeknd. I've been on my own for long enough. Maybe you can show me how to love. Maybe I'm going through a drought. I'm play the biggest song right now, bro. You don't even have to do too much. You can turn me on with just a touch, baby. That's the wrong time. Choff FM. All right, we'll hit this hook and then we're getting into it. Sing it with me now. And I said, ooh. Gabby, more, I see you. I said, ooh, sing it. Love The Weeknd. Became even more of a fan of his over the past year. And I'm just so excited. Like, I love hearing good news, and seeing that today really brightened up my day, which I needed a little bit of day brightening because, to be honest, we were talking about karma today, and I had a crazy flashback to something that happened to me in high school. I'm going to tell you about that like in a little bit. You got to stick around to hear that story. First, I want to go ahead and bring my super special guest in here. We got Mercedes and Derek on the show tonight. I told one of you first and I told one of you second, and I'm not going to lie, I was doing 100 things when I mentioned it. So whoever I said first, I want to say it was Derek first. Ladies, Mercedes says she'll go second, but Mercedes, if you want to come in first, my in-studio guest Ricky over here is saying ladies first. Everyone's like, God, Choff, you're so unorganized. Listen, I know, okay? I know. Derek, feel free to jump in the box. We'll bring Mercedes in second. So this is a crazy story, and I can't believe I'm gonna tell the story tonight. I'm not super thrilled that I'm gonna be doing it, but you know what? It's one of those things, like, we just have to do it. We just have to do it. There's no working around this. Let's get Derek up in here real quick. All right, Derek, what's good?
What's good?
Life is good, my guy. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good.
I love it. Do you mean that, or are you just saying that? Because I feel like everyone, you'll be like, "How you doing?" They'll be like, "Good," even though they're having like the worst day of their life. So, like, really, how are you?
In this current moment, I am good. Like
I
right
love
now.
it. Tell me, what happened today. Tell me about your day.
Uh, I kind of slept late. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, that happens sometimes when I stream. Other days I'm up really early, and then I'm streaming early, and it's a whole different thing. Like nobody expects it.
Because
But,
you're an OG on this app. You go hard when you stream, right?
Definitely.
Like, walk me through that. What is the duration of a typical stream for Derek?
It usually is at least 3 hours, honestly.
Oh wow,
That's
okay.
usually the minimal. Yeah. Unless it is a shorter stream. Those are like less. I don't have those too much.
Okay. So for those who don't know you, give us the little kind of like the elevator vibe of who is Derek and what is your mission?
Okay, so I feel like I'm just your average guy that's trying to get noticed out here on these streaming streets, you know. But I try to stay out of anything that can be negative or of that nature, you know, where bringing someone down. I try to stay away from all that and just do me, and usually that works out for me, you know. And I recommend that for others. But I'm trying to make people have a better day, though, ultimately.
Yeah, that's the goal always, right? Always trying to make people, bring people up, bring people together. I know you're into festivals too and the music culture a little bit.
Oh, big time. Yeah, I love that.
Big League Festival girl. What up, Ray? I see you.
Definitely.
So my favorite thing about when I present a topic to someone is seeing their reaction, seeing what they say when I'm like, hey, I got this topic idea for you. And today you were like, dude, I'm drawing a blank. So I shot you a little voice memo. I was like, here's some ideas. Have you toyed with karma in the past, and or have you felt the effects of karma in any way?
Yeah, I've kind of had it where it kind of went both ways. How about that? I mean, that's kind of different, right?
Sure. I love it. Let's get right into it.
Okay. Well, there was one time when I was going to pick up dinner in my mom's car. And when I was coming back, there was a street that was a little bit more dark. And there was like a little turn. I turned into a street and there was a curb there. And I hit the front corner of her car against that curb. And it ended up being totaled due to frame damage.
Ooh.
So it didn't seem that bad at first, but that did happen. But then, so that effect, like mentally, I was just like, damn, like I had to call her and that was just not it. But
you called her though, right? You didn't try to hide it?
No, I did have to call her.
Okay.
I waited like a few minutes and then I got to it because I had to. But she ended up getting the same car, same year, better mileage, and it's like different interior and exterior. The insurance only went up a little bit, but she ended up getting like better, and I wasn't expecting that. But it was still like the mental part of it just lingered on.
Yeah. Oh, that's like some good karma though. You kind of got to level up. It was a
little bit of both because mentally that sucks. You don't want to do that. And she liked that car. She liked that car. You know, you sometimes draw into something. And it was the same car, but it was a different color. And you know, it's just hard. So it was a little of both sides, but it was a lesson too.
And what was the lesson you learned from that? That's because I think that's the biggest thing that karma can teach us is a lesson.
Yeah. Definitely take care of anyone else's belongings, especially your own, but anyone else's, most definitely. You got to take care of it. And I no longer drive her car without her in
it. By choice or by fault?
Yeah. By both, actually. It's both.
That is one of those things though. I think when we're young, it can be kind of like a habit of like, you know, you're playing with a toy that's not yours. Oh, I can go extra hard with this toy because it's not mine. Or like, you know, you're 16 years old and you're driving your parents' car. Oh, I can whip this baby around because, you know, that's my mom's car. Who cares if it, you know,
right.
It's not a big deal. But I definitely, you know, I think that you kind of hit the nail on the head of like, you almost got to treat other people's belongings with like more care and respect than you do your own, because ultimately if something gets messed up, it's, you know, it's your ass versus, you know, if it's your own belonging, you just live with it and life goes on.
Right. What? Very well said. That's it right there.
That's it right there. So Derek messed up his karma. Although honestly, I don't think you messed up your karma that much, to be honest. I think you would have messed up your karma if you would have tried to keep it a secret.
Yeah,
That's how you really throw it off.
but that was the one of my low. Like that's something I never do, nor would I see myself doing. So mentally, it just stayed with me. So
Yeah.
now I'm extra cautious.
Now you're extra cautious. Well, you don't even borrow cars anymore, right? You're like,
That's
no,
true.
like I'll take my bike.
That's true. You're right. So that's a little different, but there's a lesson on each end, kind of, or a little something good out of it.
Oh, for
Kind of
sure.
Yeah.
And the you know, the best part about it is now if your mom ever does like let you borrow her car, you've already had the worst. You've already totaled it. You can't do anything worse. She could give you your car and you could go spin it around the block and it's nothing you haven't done like before. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's spot on.
I love it. Derek,
Oh,
you can never borrow my car, okay?
okay. That's fair enough.
You got any other run-ins with karma?
I've had like this weird bug that would just linger in my room, and I'd hear it every so often, but it would go silent for a while. And it was like a flat beetle, but it's not like it's gonna hurt you or anything. It's just annoying.
Uh-oh.
And I've had that, and I found out it ended coming out from the downstairs because we opened the sliding door, and somehow it made its way upstairs.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's like you kill one, and then it's there again. And we didn't know where it was coming from, so that was the case. And it was annoying because I've never seen this bug. I don't like, why are you here? This is my home.
So you thought you got rid of it and it just kept coming back?
Yes, definitely.
Yo, bug karma is something like if okay, let me let me put this on the table right here. If bug karma is real, your boy is going straight to hell, because I have no patience with bugs whatsoever. Like there could be a spider on my front porch outside of my house and I'm like, die! Like I go all out to just like keep bugs away from my home. I think it was something that was like wired into my brain in preschool or something like that. But my bug karma, yo, if bug karma is real, Derek, I will see you in hell, because because I will not put up with bugs whatsoever. And it's funny because just the other day, actually, I was on a FaceTime with someone and there's like a spider in my house, right? And like I see it, I'm like, oh my God, a spider. Oh my God, a spider. They're like, oh, you're gonna put it outside? And I'm just like, you just hear a thud of a magazine. I took my my neighborhood magazine that they send out every week, and I just crushed that baby. And I had like a spider soup on my wall that I now have a stain from, and I now have to paint that room again because, well, you know, spider soup doesn't look good on the walls. But
relatable.
to you, Derek, and I'm gonna tell it to Ricky, my in-studio guest, and I'm gonna pretend that it's just us two, because otherwise I'm gonna be way too nervous to tell this story. And I want to say in advance, I have before anyone judges me on this, I have grown immensely as a person since this happened. I have grown as a man. I have learned so much from this experience, and I've learned the consequences of my actions. And life gave it to me, so I would never do something like this again. But before I really tell you what happened, I'm going to run it back to fourth period, my sophomore year of high school. So here's what happened, Derek and Ricky. So I was the kid that liked to use his phone in class. I always did it. I always had my phone out. It was just a thing. You don't mess with me. When I'm on my phone, just don't mess with me, okay? Don't mess with me. Now, I had certain teachers that were very strict on the school's no cell phone policy, right? So this class, this is going to hit home for Ricky because he was in choir as well. This was my choir teacher. I was in choir class. I did choir from 6th grade all the way through high school. Everyone laughed at me. Ha ha, Choff's the choir queer. All right, we're moving on from queer. So I did choir, and I was in choir with my phone sitting on my lap, right? My phone was sitting right here. Here's my phone sitting right here, to the point, I'm not kidding you, like it was kind of touching my private parts, okay? Like it was resting on it. That was where I was hiding it. I was hiding it from my choir teacher. And it was sitting right here. And this guy, I don't even want to say his name. A, because I don't remember how to pronounce it. It was like 20 letters long. But B, because I'm not giving him clout on this app right now. So I'm sitting there with my phone on my lap, and this guy comes through and just snatches it up off my lap. Just snatches it. Like, doesn't say, hey, give me your phone. Doesn't say, hey, I see you on your phone. Literally, I have my phone 1 second. He comes up from behind me, snatches it, and it's gone. Meanwhile, while he did it, in my defense, he rubbed it against my private parts, which made me even more triggered than I was just at the fact that he took it. Now, what made this even worse was I'd already went through like 6 cell phone takings from teachers with my principal, because basically what happened was, when you got at my school, when you got your cell phone taken away, they give it to the principal and your parents have to come pick it up. That was the same in Ricky's school too. He never gave it to him. And normally after that, I didn't because why would I? Because my parents didn't want to come pick it up. They were sick of it. So this was already after I had my last time from my parents. They're like, listen, if you get your phone taken away again, just, you know, it's on you. You just got to tell them no, like, we're not coming to pick it up again. So I didn't have the option to refuse. This guy literally just snatched it. So I tried to reason with him. I'm like, look, man, just tell him I refuse. Give me a suspension. I don't care. Give me my damn phone back. Give me my phone back. He's like, no. I'm like, dude, like, I don't care what you have to do. Like, write me up, kick me out. I don't care. Give it back. He wouldn't do it. So I waited till the night of the choir concert. Went out to his car, which I knew about because he talked about it all the time. And let's just say a young Choff let out all of the air from his tire on the passenger driver's side of his vehicle. Passenger front tire of his vehicle. And this guy didn't notice, drove halfway home, middle of the night, tire blows out. Guy doesn't know how to change a tire because he's a weenie. Has to call AAA. Next day is in class talking about how, oh, my tire blew out. I had to call AAA. I had to get my car towed. I gotta go. It's like, dude, you didn't just change the tire. No, dumbass didn't know how to change the tire. And I thought I was so slick, Derek and Ricky. I thought I was so slick getting away with doing this. I was like, yeah, I blew out his tire. Yeah. He's telling the story to the class. I'm laughing. No one knows why. I'm laughing. I told like 3 friends, but I didn't want to. I kept it low key until now. And needless to say, I cannot make this up. I got flat tires on my car every at least 3 months for the next 4 years. I swear to God. For a while, I was driving this silver Mercury Milan. It was a 2010 Mercury Milan. And I'm not kidding you. I probably put 15 tires on that car. One after another, after another, after a nail, after a speed bump, after this, after that. I destroyed my karma over this tire incident. And not only that, I didn't really feel good about it after either. I actually felt kind of horrible after I got my initial laugh about haha, he had to call AAA. It was like, this was like 4 to 5 years of my life consumed by this action that I took in high school. And I don't know, I learned a lot from it, but to be honest, I don't regret it. Like, I don't regret it. Like, that guy had it coming for him, right?
That's fair.
Eric, what would you do in that situation? Would you let the air out of someone's tire, or was I way too left field for that?
No, I think I think some of us are built differently in certain moments of our life.
Derek's like, you're built like a child, Choff. Oh my goodness. Hoops, I'm not proud of it, okay? I'm not proud of it. All right, everyone, put a 1 in the chat if you're gonna judge me for this. Put a 2 if we're cool. Derek, thank you for not judging me. I trust you.
Yeah, no
I
judgment.
knew I could keep this between us.
Exactly.
I love it. Derek, thanks so much for coming in. I appreciate you, bro.
Of course. It was nice to be here.
The legend. Always a pleasure, my guy. We'll have you back again sometime soon.
Okay, sounds good.
Rockstar. Everyone show Derek that love. I know you probably already have him favorited because he's like the OGest of OGs on the app. He's like now that Daddy J's is gone, he's like the only OG left. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Shout out to Derek though, for real. Thanks so much for coming on, bro.
Thank you.
Love it. We got Mercedes coming up next. Choff FM. Any new friends? Hi and welcome to the show. So excited that you're here. If you haven't already, hit that star up top. Join the family. We do this every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time. This is Meet Me's radio show. And it's only right that we have a radio legend join us on the stream today. I'm excited. He's going to come in after Mercedes, a special in-studio guest on Choff FM. The first time we've ever had an in-studio guest. How special do you feel, Ricky? Yeah, we'll share this one. It's fine. Yeah, you want to, yeah. We might have another one, but I don't know. Yeah, we'll just share. It's fine. I'll get out of the way. Pandy vibes. It's okay. It's hot. You don't have to get super close. You don't have to touch it. What up, Float Castle? Mercedes, if you want to join, request that box real quick. I'm so excited. Mercedes is the queen right here. She does an amazing show on this app called Sippin' Celebrity, which, I'm just going to let her explain it all. Mercedes!
Hi.
What's up, girl? I feel like, we're in the queendom right now. I love it.
Yes, you are in the queendom. Thank you.
Tell us more. So before we get into it, you were on my old show, which was called On Air with Choff. You were one of my first guests on there, which was super, super exciting. And I'm even more excited to have you on now. I feel like you've glowed up so much since then. Not that you weren't already glowed up, but like, girl, you glowed up.
You glowed up too. Is this the same page or what? I was trying to figure it out.
I love it. Yeah, same me. Just new smiles. You know how it is. So Mercedes, for anyone that doesn't know, tell us a little bit about your show and what you do and what life is like in your world.
My name is Mercedes. I am a top streamer. I do have a show called Sippin' Celebrity with Mercedes. We talk about the latest celebrity news, the latest celebrity tea, just like TMZ, just like, the Shade Room. So if you want some tea, make sure you come to my stream. Inbox me. Let me know if you want to be on the show. We're very open to anyone getting in the box and sharing their point of view. But that's who I am.
Yeah, and I dropped the hell out of the ball when I was supposed to be on your show. I want to formally apologize for you to you for that. I didn't put it in my calendar and I ruined it, but we're gonna make it up another time.
This happened.
Yeah, but I'm so excited to have you on the show today. I thought you'd be a great person to talk to about karma, because when I think of people with good karma, I mean, just judging based off the vibe in your streams, I feel like you got a lot of good karma. I'm just saying. Is that true? Am I accurate in saying that?
Yeah, you're very accurate in saying that. I do have a lot of good karma. I've had bad karma happen to me a lot, but I believe in karma so much. That's why I try to be careful about how I treat people.
Absolutely. I mean, it definitely shows too in the way you represent in your streams. You're always bringing your best foot forward. You always got energy. You're always looking out for people. Walk me through like a scenario where karma either came back at you or karma kind of helped pave the way for you through a situation.
And a positive karma or negative karma? Which one do you want first?
Ooh, first person to respond. Positive or negative first in the chat. Let's see. Positive first.
Okay, I could use this app as positive karma. One thing about me is on this platform, one thing I do is I use this platform to escape life. And you know, all the love that I do receive on this app, I give it back to people, especially the main people that support me a lot. I give it back to them. And that's why you see me at 64, almost 65 million diamonds, because you know, real recognize real, love recognize love. And sometimes, you know, I would get people that will come in a random way and just send millions of diamonds because it's just the genuineness. What people don't understand is your heart is your heart, vibrations are vibrations, and it's real. So when I do give, I never give thinking about what I'm losing. I always think about a love that I'm gaining. And with that positive energy, I gain 10 times more, tenfold.
I
So
love that.
that's positive. That's a positive karma that comes back to me because words cannot explain the love that I get. Sometimes I can't understand it and I don't get it, and I have to remember that it's just like a reward for the things that I've done and the things that I've given to other people.
There it is right there. There's that spicy karma. My girl,
That's
Samala, thank you. Oh my God.
karma.
That's that spicy karma, Samala Anderson. Thank you. No, for real though. And I love that point that you brought up. You know, whenever you give to give. I think a lot of people, you know, it can be easy to get sucked into the numbers game of, you know, the oh, I gave this much, you give me this back, like blah blah blah. You know, you definitely see, you know, if you stream hop and you kind of lurk around, you see a lot of that talk around the app. And I love that you know that the energy is what you put at the forefront. I think that's like something that's so important for people.
And I want to say this, you know, for all of the people that know Choff and support Choff, if you feel like he's doing a good thing, it's kind of like Samala Anderson. You feel like he's doing a good thing, it's a good show, support him genuinely. You know what I'm saying? Gift him genuinely, show him love because it's the genuineness that's gonna make it come back to you in tenfold. It doesn't have to come back to you in diamonds, it could come back to you in multiple different ways. But when it does come back to you, you will know that it's because of what you've done. So that's why I always try to make sure I support people genuinely. And I think y'all should do the same thing.
100%. And not only that, but it just feels better too. I mean, like, you know, I think in social media in general, you know, I noticed myself when it came to like Instagram posts, for example, right? Like for a long time, it was all about the numbers game, right? Oh, well, if I post a pic this way, it's going to get me this number of likes. If I post this type of content, you know, I know I'm going to get a little bit more interaction. I know I'm going to get more comments and things like that. And what I did, like, you know, over the last year or so with my Instagram is I committed myself to just stepping away from that mindset of like, oh, I have to post a certain way because it gets a certain kind of interaction. And I've started to just, you know, do it around how I want to. Like skateboarding was something I never used to share on my social media because no one cares. Like I don't get a lot of likes when I post skateboarding. My in-studio guest Ricky says he does. But the interaction piece was something I was so focusing on for so long. And once I stepped away from that, I found social media to be so much more like intrinsically rewarding. Like I'm doing it to showcase what I want, not just to get something from people. And I think that echoes too onto the app. You know, we talk about diamonds and we talk about those relationships too. I think it's a really good point.
Yeah, and for me, like the reason I use this as an example is because my success is karma. I have 64 million diamonds, and to me, that's a big deal. It's
Huge.
because I never gave with expectation of receiving back. I gave because I'm like, this person deserves it, that person deserves it, and it just came back from other people tenfold. Not even from the same person, but from other people. Because what people don't understand is the vibrations, it's the energy that you spread. It's all about your energy. How did you feel when you gave that to that person? So that's how I look at it.
I love it.
Thank
Yo,
you.
you're I'm feeling inspired right now just talking to you. My God.
You gotta feel it.
So we're all feeling good right now. We hit the positive on that. You said you had a negative story too.
I did. I do have a negative story, and
Uh-oh.
This one
Let's
is
hear
very
it.
touching. So my negative karma story, guys, this one is really, really touching, and it's a true story, actually. I used to work at a photo printing company where we created books, like actual photo books, like the books that you read to your children. I used to create those type of books, and it was peak season around Christmas time. I was so tired. I did not feel like going to work that day. I was one of the best workers in my department. So I made up a story. I made up a story to get out of work. And the story was someone in my family that I loved so much. I said, this person got in a really bad car accident, and I don't know if they're going to make it. That's what I told you. That was a story, you know. And so the next day I went home. I was like, "Oh, thank God I get a week off of work." The story was good. And I'm sitting at home. This was December 11th, 2012. At 12 a.m., which then turned to 12, December 12th, 2012, I had this feeling. I was like, either something really good is going to happen or something really bad is going to happen today. And lo and behold, the next day I woke up, I got a message from one of my aunts that somebody very important to me passed away that morning with no explanation as to how they passed away. So I felt like it was my fault, guys. I felt like it was my fault. I mean, I know it's not my fault this day, but that's karma. And that one thing I learned is life and death is in the power of the tongue. You just gotta be careful.
100%. No, it's funny that you say that too, because that's something I'm always really careful about when it comes to excuses in general. Like, I won't even, if I don't want to go to the office or something, I won't even say that. I'll never say I'm sick if I'm not sick, because I'm always like afraid of that. I feel like what you just said is like always top of mind for me when it comes to making excuses, because of exactly that. Because in some way or another, I personally believe everything is connected. I think the whole world is in some way connected, whether it's, through a mystical force, whether it's through, just the energy around us. I think everything is connected in some way or another. And so I 100% believe in karma, obviously. And what you just said right there is like literally my biggest fear ever.
Mm-hmm. I agree. So when you told your story about popping your teacher's tire, for the next 4 years, your tires ended up popping. I believe that 100%. 100%.
And it's funny, I'm pretty close with my parents, right? It got to the point I literally had to tell my parents what happened, because they were like, why are you getting flat tires all the time? Like, I would be like going to an event and like I have a flat tire. I would be like, going to take them out to dinner and I'd get a flat tire on the way over. It's like I was always getting flat tires, and I had to straight up just be like, listen, I really did something super stupid in college, or in high school rather, and that's why I'm getting flat tires. And they were like, well, yeah, that makes sense then.
Everything goes in a circle, so I believe that.
I would like to think I've had enough
tires.
Yeah, no popping tires at all. And I would like to think I've popped enough tires now that we're good, but now that we're opening the can of worms again, who knows what could happen tomorrow. I'm just going to go ahead and knock on this wooden stool here that will be all good, and make it without any nails in the tire tomorrow.
That part.
Wow, that's a heavy one though, Mercedes. Thank you for sharing that. I can't imagine that was an easy one for you to share.
It wasn't, but it's the truth. And I think about that, like, man, I really learned a valuable lesson. Stop lying. Like for me, it was like, don't lie. If you have a situation, have a situation. If you don't have a situation, you don't have a situation, because you would have never in a million years thought the person that did pass away would have passed away.
Right.
I would have never guessed it. They were in perfect health.
100%. So was it because of a motor vehicle accident, or was it just an unknown cause?
It was an unknown cause. They still to this day have no reason.
Oh, they still don't know. Oh wow.
But it was someone very, very important to me. Like close to me. Like imagine your sister or your brother passing away. That's how close they were to me.
My condolences. That's so crazy. That is one thing though. I always say, I'm a man of honesty. You got to be as honest as possible always, because the truth always finds a way, even if it's just a little lie. I personally believe that the truth always finds a way, and it's always 100% of the time better to just be honest and own it, rather than, make up an excuse and have to deal with the consequences later.
100%.
Man, that hit home, Mercedes. Thank you for sharing. I seriously appreciate it. That was That was a lot. That's what we needed to hear. Karma, it's gonna get you in some way or another, eh?
Yes.
My girl. Well, thank you so much for coming in. When can we check out Sippin' Celebrity?
Sippin' Celebrity is every single Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And for those of you that just walked in, Sippin' Celebrity is about the latest celebrity news, the latest celebrity tea, and the latest celebrity gossip. And one thing I do want to say before I close the box is tonight's topic was about karma. Okay. And one thing that I do want to suggest is Choff is giving us a really good show tonight, a lot of good content. Make sure you share love with him as much as you can, but only do it if it's genuine, so that good karma can come back to you. It doesn't have to come from him, but it'll come back in some kind of way. So show him some love for bringing this good content. And thank you so much for having me on your show, Choff.
My girl, my pleasure. I appreciate you so much for being here and sharing that story. I know that wasn't an easy one to share, but it means the world, and it means the world to have you here. The queendom prevails, baby. I can't wait to check out your show this week and keep that energy going.
All right. You guys have a good night.
My girl, thanks for being here. It's Choff FM. Every Monday night we do this, 9 p.m. Eastern time. What up, Panic Button? Ayo. That's Pretty Young Thing. What up, girl? Good to see you. Trauma in the house. Real quick, who's still hanging out with me? Let's get some smiley faces in the chat real quick. Smiley, smiley, smiley. We're going to bring our super special in-studio guest in to share a karma story. I'm excited on this one. So before I bring him in, I got to let you know, this is a radio show. This is Meet Me's live radio show. I do radio, 94.7 Hits FM in Montreal. That's no secret here. But I'm a new guy in the radio world. I mean, generally speaking, I got into radio like after it was cool. Like radio wasn't cool when I got into it. Like, I mean, I enjoy it. I think it's cool. It's cool to me. It might be cool to you, but like in the grand scheme of the world, right? Like Spotify exists and streaming, and radio is no longer the focal point like it used to be. In studio today, we got a veteran who has not only lived through radio's high points, low points, and everywhere in between. This guy is still killing it. He's a program director, an afternoon host, a great human, and a Meet Me streamer in the making right here. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ricky Burns in the house,
By far the best intro I've ever received.
You mean that?
In life. No, I'm dead serious. I don't know how I'm going to follow the karma story, but man, I'm happy to be here. What's up? Can y'all hear me good? Put the ones in.
Yeah, I was gonna say Smiley's in the chat. You can hear us, right? We just a little bit farther away from the mic because the pandy and whatnot.
It was cold out here. Just had them.
You good. So
what's up?
So
you were making me sound old.
Really?
Yeah.
How old are you?
Definitely.
You don't have to share.
I'm 31. I'm proud of my age. I'm 31 and clear skin. I'm good. I'm good. I look good.
Not only that, but you're still employed in the radio world too.
Yeah, full-time employed.
Tell us about that.
Insurance. Yeah, no, I've been in radio for 10 years now. If anybody in Michigan, let us know. I've been all over. Started off in Detroit. I was in Flint for 3 years. Then I was back down in Detroit for a year and a half. Now I'm in Lansing, but I live in Detroit area. And I'm just all over the stuff. Right now I'm in Montreal. For everybody in Montreal. Right now I'm in Montreal. That's where I'm at.
All the radio peeps. Hey, Michaela's in Montreal. She listens to the station
this
there.
This stool is unstable, bro.
It's because you're on something, bro. You're not on flat ground right now.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Hold on.
You just got to kick that out of the way. So it's funny. So Ricky wanted to come over to check out the show. He wants to get into the streaming world, which I'm like, hell yeah, do it.
Yeah.
And I asked him, I asked you when you walked in the door, I'm like, we're talking about karma tonight. You got a karma story, right? He goes, what did you say? Hell yeah, bro, I'm old.
Hell yeah. Nah, shut the fuck up. I didn't say I was old.
Hey, watch your mouth. We're on the radio. We can't swear.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Just bleep it out. Hey, bleep it out. We always got a guy. So, no, I got a lot of karma. I was a criminal when I was younger, so I got a lot of bad karma stuff.
I didn't know this.
No, one thing was I was fucking sticky. I mean, believe it out. I was Sticky Fingers McGee, man. But one thing after keep getting in trouble, in and out of jail and stuff like that, it was like one thing I like vowed to myself to never steal again. Like I will beg for you to give me some money before I ever steal from you ever again. So that was one thing that stopped. Life trajectory went straight up. But that was like bad. I didn't want to follow up a bad one with a bad one.
Right.
I'm gonna talk about good karma that I built. So, for trying to get in radio, how many times you sent out air checks and you get no answer, sent out emails, get no answer?
Hundreds.
Hey, used to happen to
Hundreds.
me all the time.
I still
Ryan,
do it.
hold on. Ryan Seacrest sent you an email for Kiss FM in like 2009. No answer. So anyway, so when I finally got to the position to where I was programming radio stations, I vowed to myself, again, another vow, and I don't lie to myself, so I don't lie to other people. Vowed to myself, I'm like, yo, somebody ever sends me an air check or somebody trying to get on, I'll at least answer the email or at least try to listen to the air check as much as possible. And one of the first people I ever did this to was this chick. Her name was Ashley. Can't think of her last name, but she's a program director in Houston now. She shot up.
I know her. Wow.
Yeah,
really?
she sent me air checks once.
Whoa.
The next person who sent me air checks was Casey, who is now my promotion director and midday host on the station now. Another person who sent me air checks was how I met this guy. Sent me a random email. Did I not just? My whole thing was like, you take the time to put together an air check. An air check may be, if people who don't know what air checks are, it's like a radio demo.
Yeah.
It's usually like 2 minutes long. It showcases what you can do on the air. And they take usually about at least 20 minutes to do if you're doing them right.
At least, yeah.
If somebody takes 20 minutes to put together air check, I'm like, yo, I'm at least take 2 to 3 minutes out of my day, which is busy, but I'm at least give them an answer back, even if it's not a job. It's better. I know what that does to that person on the other side of the email. And come on now, you're a person who I did it for. Was that not an exciting email to get, even though it was from a random program?
It's always exciting to get a response. Not only did I get a response from him, but I could tell he listened to it because he gave me actual feedback and comments on it, and we kind of cultivated a little friendship out of it.
Well, I would say we're friends.
I think we're friends.
I would say we're friends.
I think we're friends. So no, that's huge. So that's how it kind of.
That's when I'll say with good karma. I want to end the show with some good karma right there, and it ties us together. All nice.
I like that.
One bow on the show. There you go, bro.
Yeah, well, and that's like not only is that good karma, but that's almost fixing like all this bad karma that these other people kind of pushed on you. You know what I mean? By not responding.
Yeah.
By leaving your emails read.
I flipped it instead of being like, yo, I'm just gonna be the same like Grinch-like person, and it's just like, nah, I didn't do that. And the other day, the girl who I was just talking about, who's the program director, she actually put up a post about how, not many people were listening and like responding. And she ended up tagging me in the post. And I was in the post with another person who was Charlamagne the God, who also was the only one of the only other people who responded to her. And she works under the iHeart umbrella. So like, I'm like, see, like that's another person. And look at the trajectory of his career.
No kidding.
So like, Choff, if you go, take me with you.
Was it his personal account too, or was it his actual Charlamagne account?
It was a Charlamagne account, but he commented.
Okay.
He commented.
Oh, did he? Oh my God!
He commented on it, so it must have been real.
I love that.
So yeah, that's some good karma for
that. Is good karma, and that's what it's all about, you know.
Bleep it out.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, though. You know, when people show you that energy, give it back, even if it's not what they're looking for, even if it's not, necessarily easy for you. If you got to take a second out of your day, like recognize that they're putting energy towards you, and you got to at least give them something back. I mean, you don't have to, but your karma is going to be a little goofed up if you don't, in my opinion, I think.
And with me, I still go back to being like that young intern, that young kid trying to get put on. I was actually honored when people send me their stuff. Like, I actually see that as a respect thing because they like recognize me. Radio's a thankless job. Everybody just complains.
Yeah.
Nobody really, recognizes you as, as being a program director or anything on the radio. So like,
I recognized it.
Exactly. So
Ricky's really excited to be my intern today too on Choff FM.
Yeah, I brought coffee and stuff. Smokable coffee.
Whoa!
Bleep it out. Just bleep it out, bro. I got you. I'll pay you extra.
Oh my goodness, I love it. Ricky, thank you for that story. Way to leave us out on a high note. I could go into bad karma really quick. Should we do that before we go?
No, end it on a good note, man.
All right, we won't talk about my friend who tried to get his friend out of work and made a bomb threat and ended up going to prison for it. That's a whole other story.
No. It makes me feeling better. My friend deflated the bus tires for the school system and got the school canceled.
Oh, what?
For the whole day, yeah.
I had friends. Well, I shouldn't say friends. I had acquaintances in middle school that made a bomb threat and got us all out of school for a day. But I didn't actually know they did it until like way later down the line. But that was pretty awful.
Call while they were doing. I was mad. I was at work.
Then
I was happy because they went to jail. And I didn't.
Yeah.
I'm glad I wasn't there.
Every Monday night we do this at 9 p.m. Eastern time. It's Choff FM. This is Meet Me's live radio show. Special in studio guest today.
I'm finally making it on the radio.
Oh my God. Hit me up at Meet Choff, Instagram at Hey Choff, all over social media. Hit that star up top if you haven't already. Join the family. New friends, hi and welcome. Thank you for being here. So glad you made it to the fam. This is Ricky. He's going to be a new streamer on the app. I hope you start streaming finally.
I'm thinking about having a show right after yours.
All right, that'd be perfect. You gotta get up with Jameson though. Jameson Show Gratitude is on next. Go check him out. Jameson's the man. And we will see you next week right here on the app for more Choff FM.